In the chaos of our everyday existence, it's easy to lose track of who's really in control, our thoughts or us. They swirl through our minds, dragging us from one idea to the next, often without our consent. But what if you could change that? What if you could tame the wild nature of your thoughts and use them as a tool, not only to achieve a deep, unwavering calm, but to shape your life into one of purpose, joy, and clarity? This is not a fantasy, it's a path lit by the wisdom of Buddhist teachings that have stood the test of time for centuries. In this journey, you're not alone. You're accompanied by age-old practices that have guided monks, scholars, and seekers towards self-discovery and transformation. Imagine walking along this road with tools in hand, each one designed to help you master the delicate art of living mindfully. The rhythmic breaths of mindfulness meditation, the gentle steps of walking meditation, or the quiet reflections found through journaling. All of them carry the potential to unlock a life of balance and meaning. But these are not just techniques to be memorized. They're gateways to a deeper understanding of both yourself and the shifting world around you. Buddhist wisdom has always been about more than spiritual enlightenment. It's a guide to practical living. Here, we dive into transformative practices designed to bring you closer to the serenity you crave. Whether you've been practicing meditation for years or are just starting to explore its benefits, you'll find insights that resonate, tools you can pick up, and thoughts that linger long after you've left this place of learning. Picture the breath as your anchor, the present moment as your sanctuary. Tip number 1. Mindfulness meditation. It is perhaps one of the most well-known, but it holds secrets that even long-time practitioners may overlook. In today's world, where the speed of life accelerates by the minute, mindfulness meditation offers a pause. But not just any pause, this one is powerful. It doesn't just provide temporary relief, it reprograms how you process your experiences, teaching you how to observe without judgment and live without being ruled by reaction. Mindfulness meditation has transcended its ancient origins to become a guiding light for millions of modern souls grappling with anxiety, overwhelm, and a desperate need for clarity. At its core, mindfulness is simple. It's the act of maintaining awareness of your thoughts, feelings, sensations, and surroundings, all while practicing radical acceptance. You don't judge what you observe. You don't resist it. You simply notice, and in doing so, you strip it of its power over you. Imagine sitting quietly, focusing on your breath as it flows in and out. Thoughts come, as they always do, maybe a memory from yesterday or a worry about tomorrow. But instead of following them down the rabbit hole, you gently let them go, like releasing a balloon into the sky. This simple act of acknowledgement without attachment can change the way you live. It's rooted in the teachings of the Buddha, who described mindfulness as a critical step on the path to enlightenment. Back then, it was practiced by monks seeking liberation from suffering. Today, it's practiced by anyone seeking liberation from the constant noise in their heads. In the 20th century, mindfulness found a new audience in the West, thanks to figures like Jon Kabat-Zinn, who developed programs that brought the practice to hospitals, clinics, and universities. Research followed, and the results were undeniable. Studies confirmed that mindfulness meditation wasn't just soothing, it could alter the brain itself. Scans showed increased gray matter density in regions associated with memory, empathy, and attention. Stress, anxiety, and chronic pain became more manageable for those who practiced regularly. The science was clear. This ancient practice had profound modern applications. Imagine you're in the middle of a mindfulness session. Your focus is on your breath, and then, without warning, your mind wanders. It's inevitable. You might start thinking about an upcoming meeting or something someone said to you earlier, But instead of spiraling into these thoughts, you practice the art of gentle redirection. This act of continuously guiding your focus back, over and over again, is where the magic happens. It's not about staying perfectly still in your mind. It's about noticing when you drift and knowing how to come back. One technique often used in mindfulness meditation is the body scan. Picture yourself seated or lying down, slowly moving your awareness through each part of your body. Start with your toes, noticing any sensations, warmth, tingling, or maybe even discomfort. You move up to your legs, your abdomen, and so on, all the way to the crown of your head. With each area, you breathe deeply, releasing any tension you might find. It's an intimate journey through your own body, a reminder of the connection between physical and mental well-being. Another key aspect of mindfulness is observing your thoughts. The goal isn't to eliminate them. That's a common misconception. The mind will always think that's its nature. But what you can control is how you respond to those thoughts. Instead of clinging to them or getting swept away by their intensity, you observe them with curiosity and detachment. With time, you begin to recognize patterns. You see which thoughts trigger stress or anxiety and learn how to neutralize their impact. Consider the story of a business executive struggling with work-related stress. Deadlines and meetings were drowning him, and his mind was constantly racing. But through mindfulness meditation, he discovered something remarkable. He didn't have to engage with every stressful thought that popped into his head. He learned to let them pass like clouds in the sky, regaining control over his emotional state. With this newfound clarity, he made better decisions, communicated more effectively, and even improved his sleep. Mindfulness doesn't require a special setting or a perfect moment. It's a portable practice, one you can carry anywhere. Imagine practicing mindful breathing while waiting in traffic or observing your surroundings while taking a walk. Even the simple act of eating can become a meditation. Instead of rushing through your meal, you savor each bite, noticing the texture, the flavors, and the experience itself. When practiced consistently, mindfulness meditation transforms your perspective. It teaches you to stop living on autopilot and start engaging fully with life as it unfolds. But beyond personal well-being, it also improves how you relate to others. As you develop compassion for yourself, you naturally extend it to those around you. A calmer mind creates space for empathy, understanding, and patience. Let's remember, life is unpredictable. Challenges will arise, emotions will flare, but with mindfulness as your companion, you face each moment not with resistance, but with acceptance. You find beauty even in chaos and resilience in the face of uncertainty. Through this practice, you cultivate an inner peace that stays with you even when the world outside is anything but peaceful. And with each breath, you remind yourself, this moment is enough. As you deepen your understanding of mindfulness meditation, another practice awaits that offers its own set of benefits. Focused attention meditation. This technique doesn't invite you to passively observe. Instead, it demands precision and discipline. Think of it as sharpening a blade, honing your mental faculties until they can cut through the noise with ease. In the realm of Buddhist meditation, this practice, often referred to as samatha, serves as a gateway to deeper levels of concentration and insight. The beauty of focused attention meditation lies in its simplicity. You choose one point of focus, a breath, a mantra, or even a candle flame, and train your mind to return to it whenever it strays. The exercise may seem repetitive, but don't be deceived. Beneath its simplicity lies a powerful transformation. Every time you redirect your wandering thoughts back to the object of focus, you're building a mental muscle, one that will serve you in every aspect of life. Imagine sitting in a quiet room, the hum of the world outside fading into the background. Your breath becomes your anchor, a steady rhythm guiding you inward. At first, the distractions come quickly, thoughts of what you need to do later, memories of conversations you had earlier, even random ideas that seem to have no relevance. But with practice, you learn to gently redirect your focus without frustration. Each return to the breath is a small victory, a reminder that you have the power to control your attention. Scientific studies have revealed just how profound this practice can be. MRI scans of meditators show increased gray matter in areas of the brain responsible for attention and sensory processing. It's not just about staying focused during meditation, it's about enhancing your ability to concentrate during daily activities. Think of it as mental training that prepares you to face life's challenges with clarity and composure. A woman once shared her experience with focused attention meditation. As a musician, she found it difficult to maintain focus during performances. Her mind would wander to thoughts of mistakes she might make or how the audience was reacting. But after months of meditation, she noticed a change. The chatter in her mind quieted, and she could fully immerse herself in the music. Each note she played felt richer, more alive, because she was no longer splitting her attention between the performance and her fears. In a similar way, students, professionals, and creatives have reported the benefits of this practice. A software developer once described how meditation helped him maintain focus during long coding sessions. Where he used to feel drained and frustrated, he now experienced a flow state, a zone where time seemed to melt away and productivity soared. The key wasn't working harder, it was working with a clear, undistracted mind. But let's not pretend that mastering focused attention is easy. For beginners, the practice can be frustrating. The mind, after all, is like a restless monkey jumping from one branch to another. Sitting quietly and focusing on a single point can feel like an uphill battle. But this is where patience becomes your ally. You're not fighting your mind, you're guiding it, coaxing it gently back to the present moment. The moments when you catch yourself drifting and return to your focus are the moments when growth happens. One technique that many practitioners find helpful is varying the object of focus. If concentrating on the breath feels monotonous, try focusing on a mantra or a physical object, like a flickering candle. The important thing is not the object itself, but the act of sustained focus. And as you build this skill, you'll notice its impact rippling across your life. Tasks that once felt overwhelming become manageable. Conversations with loved ones become more meaningful because you're fully present. Even mundane activities like washing dishes or folding laundry can transform into meditative experiences. Another essential aspect of focused attention meditation is its role in emotional regulation. When you train your mind to focus, you're also training it to pause before reacting. Picture a situation where someone says something that triggers an emotional response. Without mindfulness, you might react impulsively, letting anger or frustration take the wheel. But with practice, you create a mental gap between stimulus and response. In that gap lies the power to choose how you react, a power that can prevent arguments, misunderstandings, and regrets. For instance, a mother struggling with the demands of parenting shared how focused attention meditation helped her stay calm during her children's tantrums. Before, she would often react with frustration, raising her voice or becoming overwhelmed. But through meditation, she learned to take a breath, anchor herself, and respond with patience. Her children noticed the change too, and their interactions improved dramatically. Incorporating focused attention meditation into your daily life doesn't require hours of practice. Even 5 minutes a day can make a difference. Start small, and as your capacity for focus grows, gradually increase the duration. You can practice in the morning to set a calm tone for the day, or in the evening to unwind before sleep. You can even integrate it into daily activities. Focus on your breath while waiting in line, or pay attention to the sensation of your feet hitting the ground during a walk. This practice is not about achieving perfection. There will be days when your mind feels like a storm and focus seems impossible. That's okay. What matters is showing up day after day and cultivating the habit of returning to the present moment. With time, the storm will pass, and you'll discover a sense of calm beneath it all. A calm that isn't dependent on external circumstances, but comes from within. As you continue this journey, you'll realize that focused attention meditation is more than just a practice. It's a way of living, a way of approaching life with intentionality and awareness. You'll find yourself more present in conversations, more engaged in your work, and more patient with yourself and others. And in a world filled with distractions, that presence is a gift that not only enriches your own life, but also the lives of those around you. This inner clarity, cultivated through discipline and patience, becomes a beacon of light guiding you through life's uncertainties. In those moments when doubt creeps in or chaos threatens to overwhelm, you'll have a steady anchor to return to. It won't erase the challenges, but it will give you the strength to face them with grace. And that, perhaps, is the most profound gift of all. Let's now explore another form of mindfulness that takes you beyond the cushion, where every step becomes a meditative journey. I'll continue with the next section. As the stillness of seated meditation soothes the mind, there's another practice that merges mindfulness with movement: walking meditation. This practice invites you to experience meditation in motion, where each step becomes an anchor to the present moment. It's a practice that embodies mindfulness and is particularly effective for those who find sitting still a challenge. By connecting movement with awareness, walking meditation transforms the simple act of walking into a deeply enriching experience. Originating from Buddhist monastic practices, walking meditation was often used as a bridge between periods of prolonged seated meditation. Monks would walk mindfully through temple gardens or along mountain paths, using their steps as a form of prayer, reflection, and focus. But you don't have to be in a temple or on a mountaintop to experience its benefits. All you need is a clear path and the willingness to slow down and pay attention. Imagine taking your first step, not in a rush to get somewhere, but as an act of mindfulness in itself. You lift your foot, feel it move through the air, and notice the sensation as it touches the ground. The entire process, from heel to toe, becomes a point of focus. With each step, you immerse yourself in the present, letting go of worries about where you're going or what you'll do when you arrive. The simplicity of this practice is deceptive. At first glance, it might seem too easy to have any profound effect. But once you engage in it, you'll discover how much of your life is spent rushing from one task to the next, barely aware of what's happening around or within you. Walking meditation pulls you out of that autopilot mode and invites you to truly experience the moment. As you walk, bring awareness not only to your steps, but to your surroundings. Feel the breeze on your skin, listen to the rustling leaves, and take in the sights without labeling them as good or bad. It's about noticing without judgment, observing the world as it is, in its raw and present beauty. Whether you're walking in nature or through a busy street, every step becomes a reminder of life's vibrancy. One practitioner shared how walking meditation became a form of therapy during a particularly difficult time in her life. Grieving the loss of a loved one, she found it hard to sit still with her emotions, but walking gave her a sense of release. Each step allowed her to process her grief without being overwhelmed by it. As she walked mindfully, tears sometimes fell, but instead of drowning her, they felt like a gentle stream, carrying her pain away one step at a time. There's something liberating about moving forward, physically and emotionally, while being fully present. Unlike seated meditation, where you're rooted in place, walking meditation symbolizes progress, movement, and growth. It teaches you that healing and mindfulness don't always require stillness. Sometimes the path to inner peace is walked, not sat upon. The practice doesn't have to be limited to special sessions. You can incorporate walking meditation into your daily life. During your commute, if you're walking to work or taking a break, turn off your phone and walk mindfully. Instead of rushing to get to your destination, focus on the process of getting there. Each step becomes a meditation in itself, reminding you that life is not just about reaching goals, but also about experiencing the journey. Incorporating this practice into your routine can also enhance your sense of gratitude. As you walk, you become aware of the marvels you often overlook. The feeling of the ground supporting you, the air filling your lungs, and the natural rhythm of your body in motion. Gratitude flows naturally when you realize how much there is to appreciate in something as simple as walking. A businessman once shared how walking meditation helped him reduce work-related stress. After adopting the practice, he began using his lunch breaks to walk through a nearby park. At first, it was just a way to escape the office, but over time, it became much more. The sound of birds, the crunch of gravel underfoot, and the scent of blooming flowers anchored him to the present moment. By the time he returned to work, he felt refreshed, his mind clear, and his perspective shifted. Problems that had seemed insurmountable before his walk were now manageable. But like any practice, walking meditation comes with its challenges. Distractions are everywhere, from the noise of passing cars to internal thoughts that pull you away from the present. The key is to approach these distractions with curiosity and compassion. If your mind wanders, gently bring it back to your steps, just as you would in seated meditation. Each time you redirect your attention, you're building mental resilience and reinforcing your ability to stay grounded. For beginners, starting with short sessions can help. You don't need to walk for hours to feel the benefits. Even 5 minutes of mindful walking can create a noticeable shift in your mood and awareness. As you become more comfortable with the practice, you can extend the duration or experiment with different environments. Some practitioners find peace in natural settings like forests or gardens, while others prefer the hum of urban life. The beauty of walking meditation lies in its accessibility. You don't need any special equipment, and you can practice it anywhere. Whether you're walking down a quiet path or navigating a crowded street, every step is an opportunity to return to yourself. It's a reminder that mindfulness is not confined to meditation cushions or quiet rooms. It's a way of being that you can carry with you wherever you go. One particularly moving story comes from a man who used walking meditation to overcome anxiety. Before discovering the practice, his mind was often consumed by worries about the future. But as he walked, he learned to anchor himself in the present. He began to see his thoughts as passing clouds, not storms that defined him. Over time, he noticed a shift, not just in how he felt during the walks, but in his overall approach to life. Situations that once triggered anxiety no longer had the same grip on him. He could breathe through them, step by step. Walking meditation is more than a physical exercise. It's a spiritual journey. Each step you take grounds you in the here and now, teaching you that peace isn't a distant destination, but something you can access with every footfall. The world around you becomes richer, your senses sharper, and your mind quieter. In a world that's constantly rushing, walking meditation invites you to slow down, breathe, and remember that life is happening right now, in this step, and the next. As we move through this exploration of mindfulness, you'll find that practices like these aren't just techniques. They're ways of living, deeply embedded in every aspect of your day. I will now continue with another part of this journey. In the realm of seated meditation lies a practice that embodies simplicity, yet carries profound depth. Zazen, the heart of Zen Buddhism. It is often described as just sitting, but within that simplicity exists a transformative journey that has drawn practitioners for centuries. Unlike other forms of meditation that may involve guided visualizations or specific breathing techniques, Zazen requires nothing more than your presence and a willingness to let go of all judgments, expectations, and distractions. It's about sitting with the self in stillness, embracing the flow of thoughts, emotions, and sensations without attachment. Imagine yourself seated on a cushion in a quiet space. The air around you is still, and you can hear the faint hum of life beyond the walls. But here, in this moment, nothing else matters. You sit upright, your spine aligned, your gaze softened as it falls gently a few feet in front of you. There's no agenda, no destination. You're simply here, and the simplicity of being is both the challenge and the reward. Zazen teaches you to be present with what is, without trying to change it. If a thought arises, you don't chase it, nor do you try to suppress it. You simply notice its presence, like watching a cloud drift across the sky, and then return to the stillness of your breath or the sensation of your body grounded on the cushion. The mind, restless by nature, will resist. It will throw memories, worries, plans, and fantasies your way. But this is where the practice deepens. By observing these thoughts without becoming entangled, you cultivate an inner strength that extends beyond meditation and into your daily life. One practitioner described Zazen as a mirror, reflecting not only the calm moments, but also the inner turbulence we often avoid confronting. In the stillness, there's nowhere to hide. But instead of viewing this as something to fear, it becomes an opportunity. As you sit, you might feel discomfort in your body or emotional waves rising within you. Zazen teaches you to meet these sensations with acceptance. Instead of reacting or trying to escape, you breathe through them, allowing them to be, until they eventually dissolve. This practice is rooted in the teachings of Zen masters who believed that enlightenment wasn't something to be attained in the distant future, but a state of being available in the present. By sitting in Zazen, you strip away the layers of mental chatter and return to the essence of existence. It's not about finding answers, but about experiencing life as it is, beyond the constructs of the mind. Many who practice Zazen describe moments of profound clarity that arise not from seeking, but from surrendering. A woman once shared how Zazen helped her cope with the grief of losing her father. At first, the silence was unbearable. Her mind raced with memories and what-ifs, and her emotions felt too overwhelming to sit with. But as she continued to practice, something shifted. She realized that she didn't have to fix or change her feelings. She only had to witness them. In doing so, she discovered that grief wasn't something to be feared or resisted. It was a natural process, one that softened with time and acceptance. Zazen also challenges the modern obsession with productivity. In a world where doing is often valued more than being, the act of sitting still can feel counterintuitive. But it is precisely in this stillness that transformation occurs. The practice teaches you that you are enough, just as you are, without the need to prove or achieve anything. This realization can be deeply liberating, freeing you from the constant pressure to be more, do more, and have more. For beginners, the simplicity of Zazen can be both inviting and intimidating. Without guided instructions or mantras to follow, the mind may feel untethered at first. But with patience and consistency, the practice becomes a sanctuary, a place where you can return to yourself amidst the noise of the world. Start with short sessions, perhaps 5 or 10 minutes, and gradually increase the duration as your comfort with the practice grows. Physical discomfort is a common challenge, especially for those not used to sitting for extended periods. Adjusting your posture, using cushions for support, or even sitting in a chair instead of on the floor can help. The key is to maintain an upright, stable position that allows for both relaxation and alertness. Remember, the goal is not to eliminate discomfort, but to observe it without resistance. Zazen isn't confined to the meditation cushion. The mindfulness cultivated during sitting practice naturally spills over into daily life. You begin to approach everyday tasks with the same presence and awareness. Washing dishes, walking, or even having a conversation becomes an opportunity to practice mindfulness. You listen more deeply, respond more thoughtfully, and move through life with a sense of groundedness that others can sense. One Zen practitioner shared how Zazen transformed her relationship with her teenage son. Before, their conversations often ended in frustration, with both of them speaking but neither truly listening. But through her practice, she learned to sit with her own emotions, observing them without reacting impulsively. This shift in her internal state allowed her to approach their interactions with more patience and empathy. Over time, her son noticed the change, and their relationship began to heal. The benefits of Zazen extend beyond personal well-being. As you develop a deeper understanding of your own mind, you naturally become more compassionate toward others. You realize that just as you experience struggles, so do those around you. This awareness fosters a sense of connection and empathy, which can transform not only your relationships, but also how you engage with the world at large. Zazen is often described as the seat of enlightenment, but it's important to understand that enlightenment in the Zen tradition is not a final destination. It's an ongoing process, a continuous unfolding of awareness. Each time you sit, you're not striving to achieve something. You're simply allowing yourself to be present. And in that presence, the ordinary becomes extraordinary. The sound of the wind, the sensation of your breath, and the beating of your heart, all of it becomes a reminder of the beauty of existence. One day, during a Zazen session, a man had what he described as a moment of awakening. It wasn't dramatic or accompanied by visions. It was a quiet realization, a sudden understanding that he had spent most of his life chasing things outside of himself, believing they would bring him happiness. But in that moment of stillness, he felt a deep contentment, knowing that everything he needed was already within him. This is the essence of Zazen, to strip away the illusions and reveal the truth that lies beneath. It's a practice that doesn't promise quick fixes or instant gratification. Instead, it offers something far more valuable, a path to understanding yourself and the world in a way that brings lasting peace. As you continue this journey of mindfulness and self-discovery, you'll find that each practice complements the others, creating a tapestry of insights and experiences that enrich your life. I will now proceed with more. At the core of Buddhist philosophy lies a truth that, while initially unsettling, can ultimately liberate you: impermanence. Known as anicca in Pali, it's the idea that everything, our thoughts, emotions, bodies, relationships, and possessions, is in a state of constant flux. Nothing lasts forever, and to some this reality might evoke anxiety. But when fully understood, impermanence becomes a key to freedom, a way to release ourselves from the chains of attachment that cause suffering. Embracing it doesn't lead to despair. It leads to a richer, more meaningful life, where every moment is appreciated for its fleeting beauty. Think of the seasons as they change, the way a tree blossoms in spring and sheds its leaves in autumn. We accept this cycle in nature without resistance, marveling at each phase for what it brings. Yet when it comes to our own lives, we often struggle to let go of what's passing. We cling to happy moments, fearing their end, and resist difficult experiences, hoping to escape them quickly. But impermanence teaches us that clinging only amplifies suffering. The good will pass, yes, but so will the bad. This realization can be both humbling and empowering. In Buddhist teachings, the concept of impermanence is closely tied to the idea of detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring or become indifferent. Instead, it's about experiencing life fully without becoming enslaved by your desires or fears. You can love deeply, but with the understanding that change is inevitable. You can pursue success without tying your self-worth to outcomes. Detachment allows you to live in the present without being weighed down by what's beyond your control. One man shared how the realization of impermanence helped him heal from heartbreak. After a long relationship ended, he was consumed by grief and regret. He kept replaying moments in his head, wondering what he could have done differently. But through his mindfulness practice, he began to see that the pain he was feeling, like everything else, was temporary. He didn't have to rush to get over it, but he also didn't have to stay stuck in it. Each day, he allowed himself to feel the pain without clinging to it. Slowly, it began to lose its grip, and he found himself opening to new experiences and opportunities. Practicing mindfulness is one of the most effective ways to internalize the lessons of impermanence. During meditation, you observe your thoughts as they arise and fade away. You notice the shifting sensations in your body, the fluctuations of your breath. These observations become reminders that nothing is static. What you feel in one moment may be entirely different in the next, and that's okay. You learn to ride the waves of life without being swept under by them. Imagine sitting by a river, watching the water flow past. Leaves and twigs drift along the surface, carried by the current. You don't try to stop the flow or grab onto the debris. You simply observe, knowing that everything will eventually pass. This is the mindset you cultivate when you embrace impermanence. Life's joys and sorrows become like the river's flow, always moving, always changing. Even in our relationships, understanding impermanence can bring profound growth. It teaches us to cherish the people we love while they're with us, and to let them go when the time comes. Instead of clinging to the past or fearing the future, we focus on making the present meaningful. A woman who lost her mother shared how this understanding helped her navigate grief. At first, she felt paralyzed by the loss, unable to imagine life without her mother's presence. But through meditation and reflection, she realized that holding on to the pain wouldn't bring her mother back. Instead, she began honoring her mother's memory by living fully and expressing gratitude for the time they had shared. Impermanence also applies to material possessions. We often attach ourselves to objects, believing they hold the key to happiness. But when those possessions are lost or damaged, we feel devastated. By recognizing that everything we own is temporary, we can shift our focus from accumulating things to creating meaningful experiences. Minimalist living, a concept that resonates with many today, is deeply rooted in the understanding of impermanence. It's not about depriving yourself, but about freeing yourself from the unnecessary burdens that clutter your life. Consider a story about a man who lost his home in a fire. At first, he was overwhelmed by the loss of his possessions, family photos, heirlooms, and sentimental items that could never be replaced. But as he sifted through the ashes, he had a revelation. The memories attached to those items weren't gone. They lived within him, untouchable by fire or destruction. This shift in perspective allowed him to rebuild his life with a newfound appreciation for what truly mattered. Integrating the practice of embracing impermanence into daily life can be as simple as taking a few moments each day to reflect on what has changed. Think about the events of the day, the emotions you experienced, and how they evolved. Notice how the weather shifted, how the sun rose and set, how conversations began and ended. These small reflections can deepen your understanding of life's transient nature and help you develop a sense of gratitude. Gratitude, in fact, is one of the most powerful byproducts of accepting impermanence. When you realize that nothing lasts forever, you begin to cherish what you have while you have it. A shared laugh, a warm hug, a beautiful sunset. These moments become treasures, not because they're rare, but because they're temporary. You learn to savor them, knowing they won't come again in exactly the same way. This understanding doesn't eliminate pain or loss, but it changes how you relate to them. You stop fearing change and start embracing it as a natural part of life. You begin to see endings as opportunities for new beginnings. As one teacher put it, the lotus blooms because of the mud. Without the challenges and changes life presents, growth wouldn't be possible. There's a story about a Zen master who was asked how he maintained such peace in the face of life's uncertainties. He replied, "When I eat, I eat. When I sleep, I sleep." It seems simple, but it encapsulates a profound truth. By fully engaging in the present moment and accepting that it will pass, you free yourself from the suffering that comes from clinging to what was or what might be. As you continue to explore the concept of impermanence, you'll find that it not only brings peace, but also opens the door to a deeper understanding of life's beauty. The fleeting nature of existence makes each moment precious. It's not about trying to hold on to what's slipping through your fingers, but about appreciating it as it passes. Embracing impermanence is like dancing with life rather than trying to control it. Each step, each turn, is part of the dance, and when you surrender to the rhythm, you discover a freedom that transcends the need for certainty. You realize that life's unpredictability is not something to fear, but something to celebrate, for within that uncertainty lies infinite possibility. Let each breath remind you, nothing is permanent, and that's where life's magic truly resides. I will proceed with more. From the stillness of seated meditation to the flow of mindful walking, the practices of Buddhism offer countless ways to explore the depths of the human experience. But there's one practice that challenges the mind on an entirely different level: koan practice. A koan is not a question meant to be answered with logic. It's a paradox designed to push the mind beyond its usual patterns of thinking. In Zen Buddhism, koans are used as a tool for spiritual awakening, forcing practitioners to confront the limits of rational thought and tap into a deeper, more intuitive understanding of reality. Imagine being asked, "What is the sound of one hand clapping?" At first, the mind races to find an answer, analyzing, comparing and dissecting the question. But soon, it becomes clear that logic won't help. The question isn't meant to be solved in the traditional sense. It's meant to break your reliance on conventional thinking. This is the essence of koan practice. It's not about finding the right answer. It's about experiencing a shift in perception, a moment of clarity where the boundaries of thought dissolve and something deeper emerges. Koan practice dates back to ancient China, where Zen masters would present students with koans as part of their training. The purpose wasn't to frustrate the student, though frustration often played a key role. The koan was meant to exhaust the analytical mind, creating an opening for intuitive insight. One Zen master famously said, "Great doubt leads to great enlightenment." The struggle with the koan, the moments of confusion and doubt, are what eventually lead to breakthroughs. Picture a student sitting in meditation, contemplating the koan. What did your face look like before you were born? At first, the question seems absurd. How can you have a face before birth? But as the student delves deeper, something shifts. The question begins to point beyond the literal meaning. guiding the student toward an understanding of the self that transcends physical form and time. It's in this space of not knowing that profound insights arise. Koan practice is not limited to formal meditation sessions. In fact, practitioners are encouraged to carry the koan with them throughout the day, allowing it to permeate their thoughts, interactions, and experiences. Whether they're washing dishes, walking, or having a conversation, the koan lingers in the background, subtly reshaping their perception of reality. One practitioner described how a seemingly simple koan transformed his approach to life. The koan was, "When you can do nothing, what can you do?" At first, he saw it as a riddle, something to be solved. But over time, he realized that the koan was teaching him about surrender and acceptance. In moments of struggle or frustration, instead of trying to force a solution, he learned to let go, trusting that the answer would reveal itself in time. This shift not only reduced his stress, but also improved his relationships, as he became more patient and open to others. Koan practice can be challenging, especially for those who are used to relying on logic and reason. The mind resists letting go of its need for answers, often leading to feelings of frustration or even despair. But this is where the guidance of a teacher can be invaluable. Zen teachers don't provide answers to the koans. They guide students through the process, offering subtle hints and encouragement when needed. The relationship between teacher and student is an essential part of koan practice, creating a space for growth, exploration, and eventual breakthrough. For beginners, the practice may start with simpler koans, such as, "What is your original face?" or "Why did Bodhidharma come from the West?" As they progress, they are given more complex or layered koans, each one designed to peel back another layer of the ego and conditioned thinking. The process is gradual, with each koan building on the insights gained from the previous one. Over time, the practitioner develops a mind that is not only more intuitive, but also more resilient and adaptable. One of the most profound aspects of koan practice is its ability to reveal the interconnectedness of all things. A practitioner might begin contemplating a koan about the nature of the self, only to realize that the self is not separate from the world around them. This realization can lead to a deep sense of unity and compassion, as they understand that the boundaries they once perceived between themselves and others are, in many ways, an illusion. A man once shared how this realization changed his perspective on conflict. He had been struggling with a difficult colleague at work, often clashing over differing opinions. But as he worked through a koan about duality and oneness, he began to see the situation differently. He realized that his colleague wasn't an adversary, but a mirror, reflecting aspects of himself that he hadn't fully acknowledged. This insight allowed him to approach their interactions with empathy and understanding, transforming their relationship. Koan practice also highlights the impermanence of thought and belief. As practitioners grapple with their koans, they come to see that what they once believed to be true is often just a construct of the mind. This realization can be disorienting at first, but it ultimately leads to a sense of liberation. When you're no longer bound by rigid beliefs, you become open to new possibilities and perspectives. A woman described her experience with a koan that asked, "Where is the mind located?" At first, she answered with what seemed logical, "The mind is in the brain." But as she explored further, she began to question the very nature of the mind and its relationship to the body, emotions, and external reality. The more she contemplated, the more she realized that the mind isn't confined to any one place. It's a dynamic, ever-changing phenomenon, influenced by both internal and external factors. This insight had a profound impact on how she navigated life's challenges, helping her respond to situations with greater flexibility and creativity. Integrating koan practice into daily life requires patience and persistence. There will be moments of doubt, confusion, and even frustration, but these are all part of the process. The key is to approach the practice with curiosity and an open mind, allowing the koan to work its magic in its own time. As one Zen master said, "The answer to the koan is not found in thinking, it is found in living." Koan practice is like planting a seed. You don't dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You trust the process, nurturing it with consistent practice and allowing it to grow in its own time. And one day, seemingly out of nowhere, the seed breaks through the surface, revealing a truth that changes how you see the world. Through koan practice, you're not just solving riddles, you're uncovering the mysteries of existence, one insight at a time. I'll continue with more as we explore how mindfulness intertwines with every facet of life.